Good day guys, Bing here. Today let's try this one. Model the yellow structure with the roof. Okay. Let's have a look at this yellow structure. So it's a Y shape, like a column. Structure frame. Okay, so maybe let's try to model this one first, and then because this roof can be quite tricky because I'm not sure which part we need to model. But okay, so this Y shape, I think we can there are different ways of doing this. We can try some different method. So maybe we can try first. We can try just a normal generic model. But because this one, usually when we model something like this, we use two levels. So you can set a level for the base and set a level for the top. So okay, so let's start. So first, we need to pick a template, so a generic model, two level based. Okay, so let's have a look. So this is a floor plan. I think we are going to just imagine this is the left of this column. We're going to go to left. Okay, so then we need to every time when there's a angular parameter involved, we usually use reference line. So I'm going to draw a reference line, something like this. So from base to the top, and on this reference line, we're going to place some more reference lines to create this Y shape. So I think we're going to create something like a sweep. So and also we're just going to model a base shape. Okay, so and we'll try to make it parametric, and instead of trying to create all these details. Okay, so the most important part is trying to create the reference line and make them parametric. So now we have this one. This one is this one. And of course, we continue that to the top, and then we need to set a level where we can control this point. Okay, so we can set higher, lower, right? So now let's go to Revit. For that one, I think we go to front view. So maybe we set. Let's just set work plan and make it onto this reference plan. So for that height, I'm going to create a reference plan, RP, and do a dimension, DI, and I'm going to create let's call it H1 height. Okay, so I'll just make it instance parameter. So now if I go to left, so you will see this is a reference line, and then I want to make this point as where the create where the all these reference line join at this point. Okay, so I think what's next? Okay, I think what we can do next is we're trying to work out. Okay, so the length of this one, right? We know this is a height. So if I go to front, this is a H1. So which means this is H1, and in this is a triangle, right angle triangle. So from here we can work out the length, but before that we need an angular parameter. So here, so this is the angle to control the this angle. So let's call it A1. So angle 1 instance, and okay. So we have this one. So let me just do a screenshot. Ignore that. So in this triangle shape, right? So this is 90 degree, and we know that this is A1, and then we know this is H1, and then we can work out the length of this one is A1. Oh, sorry, wrong one. H1 divided by cosine A1. Okay, so this is the formula for this. So let's call this L. So we'll go back Revit, and we're going to create a parameter. Oh, sorry, where is it? Here. So let's create a parameter. Let's call it L1. So maybe capital L1 instance and OK. So L1 equals H1 lowercase h1 divided by cosine A1. Okay, so this will give us the and then next we are going to do it in 3D view, because this is a reference line, and just check the cube here. So okay, so this is left, this is front. Okay, so now what we're going to let me think. Okay, so we're going to draw a reference line onto this reference line. So set work plan first, set a plan, pick tab, pick this reference plan, work plan of this reference line, and let's draw just reference line. Okay, and then with this one we can do a dimension from here to this point. Okay, oh hang on, so let me just adjust this one so it's on an angle. Okay, that's better. So now if we give the L1 to it, so you will see if I go to left, so you will see that reference line, so should be, should match this one. See, if I adjust this the H1, you will see that reference lines stay there. Okay, so now great. And then the next step is we need to create those reference lines. For them, I'm going to I'll just roughly place it in the center. Roughly. So now I'm going to use a work plan of this reference line and place two reference lines doing this. Okay, so set work plan, pick plan, and do a reference line. So from here go up. Okay, so it's roughly here, and I'm going to do another one, something like this, and do a dimension, angle this one, and also this one. So now I'm going to create another angular parameter. Let's call it A2 instance and OK. And then we just need to let me just change the scale. So yeah, that's better. And then I think let me just try to make sure these two lines just always stay here. So I'm going to use AL align and try to tab and click and lock. Okay, so then we need to make sure so this line, the length of this one matches the top, so it will go all the way up to along with the somewhere here, so to match this height. But currently there's nothing for us to try to align and lock. So if I do this, use this reference plan, so I'll show you. If I drag this onto this reference plan, somehow we can manage to align to lock. But when we change the H1, so for example if I change the H1, so it will break the constraint. Okay, so you can see it won't work, so which means we can't use this method. So instead of trying to align and lock, we're going to use a parameter. So we're going to create a length. So this one, this is the length of this line, and also we can add another one here. Okay, so now I'm going to create two parameter for the length. So this time I call it L2, and we just need to work out what these L2 need to be. Okay, so let's have a look go to 3D view. Maybe when you go to the front, maybe go to the left. Okay, to work out that one, so we need to no, hang on, let's go to 3D view again. to work out this one, we're going to, let me just do another screenshot of this one. So we need to use this triangle. Okay, this is another right angle triangle, and we know that this is A2, right? And then we just need to know one of the one length of any edge, then we can work out the length of this one. So in this case, we're going to try to get this one. So how can we get this one? Okay, so if we go back to left, we have this. So from the lower reference level to upper reference level. So this is there's no parameter here. So we need to create a parameter, but because this parameter is, so we cannot control this parameter. So it must be a instance and reporting parameter. So let's call this one, what do we call this? Maybe H3, or maybe just reporting parameter. So let's call it RP. And so because this will be controlled by the when we place this family in a project, so it will controlled by the base point and the top point. Okay, so now we know that this hang on, let me think. So we know this one, and if we mind, let me just do another screenshot here. So this is H1, I believe, and then this is reporting. If we do a screen, hang on, we can just draw a triangle like this. Okay, another right angle triangle. So what we need to work out is this one, right? So this, and this is A1, and then this is RP minus H1. So, and then we can work out from this right angle triangle A1. Oh, no, sorry, this is not A1. Angle is A1. So this maybe L, we have L1, L2. Do we have L2? L2, yes. So we have L2. So this is what we call it L3. L3 equals this one. Okay, so RP minus H1 divided by let me think, cosine A1. Okay, so this will be the formula for the L3. So let's go back. L3, let's create a parameter, let's call it L3 instance. Okay, L3 equals reporting parameter minus H1, lowercase h1. We need bracket, go back, divide by cosine A1. So this should give us a length of this. Okay, so, and click OK. So now let's go back to 3D view again, and then once again we need to use that L3, which is from here to here. So I'm going to just do another one. So this is L3, another right angle, and then we can work out this one. So this is A2. Okay, A2. So this is a this time is cosine. I think it's, yes, again L3 divided by cosine A2. So this is the formula for this one. Okay, so hang on, what's this one? L2. Okay, so this is L3, this is L2. That's fine. So let's go back to the family types. Go here. So equals L3 divided by cosine cosine A2. I think this should is that right? Apply. Okay, so looks about right. So let's go to front to check. So this should stop just on this reference level. great. So now let's have a test. I go to here. So for example, we change the angle of this. So see the angle here. Yep, and also still matching that. Great. Now let's try to change this. So this is the height of this point. Yeah, great. Still, everything's good. So, and also this one. So this is the angle of the overall. So you can't really tell, but when you go to left, so this 10 degree. Hang on, looks like there's something. What? Let's check what that is. Go to front. Okay, looks like it's this one. So it's a reference line here. I think we don't really need this, because we only need, you can see we only need the here. So maybe we can just make this stop at here. And if we need to create just one single element, it's probably easier, because we can just pick path. Okay, so maybe how can we do this? Let's try. You try to not when you use reference lines, try not to use a line in the lock, because quite often it won't work. So we're going to go to left. I'll see if I can try to select it and somehow create a dimension. So now we have this length of this. I think we have L1. Yep. So if I give L1 to this length, yep. So that's it. So now we have all the reference line we need. And then the next step is we can just create. So I'm not going to create those very detailed elements, but yeah, just to do a sweep, very simple. So you can just create a sweep. Because we already have the reference line, we can use pick path. Or maybe pick this one first. And okay, so we can just create a profile. So I'm just going to, so for example, draw like a circle, something like this. And also I'm going to move this to the right, maybe something like that. And then finish, and then we have half of this. And then we can just copy this, Control C, and go to modify and align to same place, edit sweep, select profile, edit profile. I'll just select it, mirror, uncheck the copy, pick this reference plane or reference line, and finish. Now we have, hang on. So we need to pick the other one. So edit sweep, pick path, delete this, and pick the other one, and finish. So now we have two. Okay, so I'll change the shade SD, and then we can adjust this. So for example, if I want to increase the height here, so 27, so it will follow, right? So 45 degree, open a little bit. Hang on, what's going on here? Yeah, looks like we have some issue. Okay. I think it's because when we play. So this is let me explain this one. So when we copy and paste, so the new sweep will lose the relationship between the previous reference line. So which means we delete one and pick this one. So it follows this reference line, but it will not, because we didn't pick this one again. So let me just Control Z. Okay, so this one we just need what we need to do is just do it again, pick path, and delete this one. Okay, delete this and pick this one again. So this will just bring back the relationship between them. So next time when we change, we need to adjust the profile slightly. It's scrolled up. That's fine. We can just rotate this one space. I'll just pick that point, rotate it by 90 degree, finish. So now we have this one. So now if I go back and change this again, so you will see it won't break anymore. Okay, that's it. 30 degree, everything's good. Okay, so that's it. So this is it, and it's very simple. But if you want to, so I think you can use this as, you know, for early stage schematic stage. So it's quite good. So because you can adjust all the, you know, these height, the angles. But later, once you decide all the height or the angles, and you can start to create those details, because it can be quite hard to include all the details and then also make it parametric. Because yeah, I don't think you of course you can, but it will spend way more time than you should. So, and I think that's it. I'll just I'll leave it here. So this is a first method. So it will be to actually, let me just try it in a project. So I show you how it works in the project environment. So this is in a family. So if I load this one into here, so you can see if I place it and then select it, so there will be two base. So one's at ground floor, the other one's at level 1. So let's go to 3D view. You can see, so that's level 1, right? So it will start from the base and to the top. So if I change this one, it will follow the level 1. Okay, and then you can adjust the height at this point. 3, 6. Oops, too much. Yeah, so that's it. Angle 20, and this one's 45, right? And that's it. And also, yeah, I think that's it. So copy, paste, you know, rotate. Okay, so I'll just quickly show you another way to model this. So okay, so the other one can be, so we can also use adaptive families. It will be slightly different. Generic model, adaptive, where is it? Oh. Let me just click on this. Yeah, okay, here. Okay, for a generic model adaptive, I will place a point and make it adaptive point. And also, and then I'll place another point, use draw onward plan. And so this will decide the overall height. So let me just create a parameter called maybe h. Okay, so h, and instances. Okay, and then we can, let me just lower it a little bit, and then we can add let me think, what should we do? Excuse me. We can add offset to this point and place it again. And then we can add another point, offset to the other direction. And then we can add another point and offset to, oh, hang on, the opposite direction. Okay, so let's select this one. So this one, we can create a parameter. Let's call it OFS1 instance. Okay, and okay. And this one we can create another one, OFS2 instance, and okay, and okay. And this one will be a negative. So I'll just call it OFS2 negative, and instance, and okay, and okay. Go to family types. offset 2 negative equals negative offset 2. Okay, so now, and then we can just let me think what's the next one. We can connect these two to create a reference line. Okay, and then we can decide where we want to place this point. So this is very simple. We can just use a draw on face and place it here. And now you can control how you're gonna control this point. So you can use the length. So if you want to, if you wanted to use percentage, for example, you can use normalized curve parameter. So this controls use the percentage. So for example, if I type 0.7, it means 7%. So on this line, so this is a point where, so this is 30 and this is 70. Okay, so you can also use segment length, and so for example, you can use the distance between this point and this point. So what you need to do is just drag, maybe this from here to here. It makes more sense. So this is correct. So you can see these little arrows. So it means it's measured from the beginning, from this side. And then if I change this one to segment length, it give us the length between this point and this point. Okay, so which means we can use this one to control. So for example, if I type in 5 meter, it will give us from here. So now we can use this one, connect with that reference line, with that point, and create another reference line through points, and then we have these two reference line. And finally, we can have a point here, and use this point to create an actual reference line. So this will help us to, create sweep. Okay, so now we have this, and then we can create the form. So for the form, we can let me think. So I think we can we do it with different profile size? I'll have a try. So I'll just place one point here. Use draw on face and place a circle. Draw on work plan, set work plan. Pick this point. I'm going to just draw a circle, something like this. Okay, so maybe a 50, and also make it reference line. And I'll just move it down because at this point I want this one to have two. Okay, so two, like a tube. So I'm going to move this down by 55. Okay, so select the point and the profile. I'll copy CC here and select this point again. So pick new host and try to pick the shorter line. So this is the overall. So from the base to the top. So let's try to tab. Yes, that's the one. So, and also it looks like we need to rotate this point. So let's try 90 degree. Yeah, correct. So now I want to see if I can just create one for one sweep. Okay, so tab, select this one, and also control select this one. Let me try select this one as well, and also this profile. Let's see, create form. Doesn't work. That's fine. That's fine. Yeah, so you have the option to. The reason why I try to have two profiles because I might want to. We might want to have different profile size. So bigger here and smaller there. So if without two, so we can just use one profile to create one sweep, just like the previous one, generic model one. We can also let me just control Z. We can also use two profile on one path. So let's just do this. So we can just slightly change the size here. For example, I'll change this one to 60, maybe 65, and just I want to move this down by 10, roughly, maybe another 5. Okay, and then we can just create one with this path, create, and then we can just drag this to the end drag this, try to pick that point. Yeah. Okay, and then we can just do another one from here to here. So just slightly change the size again. So maybe 65 here. I just move this back 50 or 15 and create another one. Okay, so copy, maybe this time 80 maybe, and also I'll just move it a little bit to the left, and then I'll just select this point, pick new host, and so select the profile and path. Oh hell, select profile and also the path, create a form, and drag this to that end, and drag this to this end. Okay, so now we can also do it this way. So when you place this, let's just I'll just skip that part. So now let's load this one into the project. Okay, into the project. So this one you control. So first the first point is so you place on the floor, on the ground. Where is it? So okay, so this is it. So this is the point where you move the location of this family, right? So you can tab, select this point, and you can move it. Okay, and then you use the parameter control. So for example, the overall height. So it's this one. So change this. So we'll control the overall height, and you change the offset. So one offset is the horizontal offset. Sorry, they are both horizontal offset. Let me try this one. Okay, so this is offset, the the top part. See, and this is the middle part. So if I type 3.6, it will go. Oh, yeah, what's going on? Oh, offset that way. Okay, so yeah, you can say. And also, where's other one? Oh, where's the one we control? Oh, I think I forgot. Sorry, I forgot to create that parameter. So it's here, I think. Not this one. HH. Try again. This one. Yes. Here. Not this one. HH. This one. Yes, segment length. So I forgot to add a parameter. So let's do it. Click on here. I just call it maybe L. Okay, so length. Maybe H1, H2. Let's call it L. Instance, okay, and okay. So this will control this point. So if I load this one into the project again, so overwrite. Now we can control this point. Okay, so let me just do it. 6 meter. So you will see it will go up, and that's it. So this is another method. So adaptive family. Actually, let me just quickly finish this one, so it won't take long. I'll just copy this. CC. There are 2 points. I just need to make sure I use the correct one. So yep, that's the one. So select this point. I'll just pick new host, place it here, and I'll just copy this. It won't allow. I need to make sure I pick the correct one. So okay, I picked not this one. So this is the one control the segment length. Let me just type HR to bring back everything. So select this point. Okay, so I think this point is the one we have the profile here. So let me try to maybe wireframe. Oh, actually, let me just use this one. CC. What's this point? Delete. And then select this point, pick new host. We need to just adjust the size, 65. I'll just move it by 15, and then select this, and this, create a form. Okay, so drag this one, go to the top, and drag this one, go to the middle. We need another one. Let's just skip this. I'll leave this to you. So basically you can just create another create another profile here and another profile here and create. Okay, so if I load this one into the project override, that's another one. Okay, so looks like the profile needs to be rotated. Yeah, so I just need to rotate the profile. So we can quickly do it. RO space and 90 degree. That's fine. Yeah, you can delete it. I can do it again. Oh, this one. Why is the model line? Anyway, looks like there's another model line. Maybe. Okay, so looks like when we delete the form, it also deletes the reference line here and also the points. So yeah, sorry about that. I'll just quickly copy this again, make this 65. What's going on? 65 and move it. I'll ignore it. Hang on, let me just slow down a little bit. Okay, so great. So now I'll just place, create, drag it down. Okay, so let's pretend this is perfect. Okay, so this is another one, adaptive family, but only using one adaptive point, and then we use height to control. But how about, so this is a very, not, it's very, very normal, like not special, not. But how about we create some, very flexible. So with 1, 2, 3 adaptive points. Okay, so let's quickly do it. So I'll just quickly create another generic model adaptive. So this time, don't worry too much about the shape. So we just need to 1, 2, 3. Okay, and make them adaptive points. So this 1, 2, 3, and we can create a reference line between 1, 2, and 3. And make it reference line. Okay, and then we can place a midpoint. I'm going to just place a point onto the midpoint and select these two and create a reference line. Okay, and then we place another point, use draw on face onto here, and also we want to control the control. Maybe this time maybe we use percentage, because I think less likely to break the family, because when you use segment length, you might, when you create that, you're not sure what that length needs to be, but if you use percentage, it's always sitting on this reference line. Okay, so now we can connect these two and also these two. Okay, so now we can make reference line, and then we'll make another reference line from these two. So now we have this one, and this one. Oh, yeah, it's not reference line yet. So now we have 1, 2, 3. We can just create any of those, form onto them. Or actually, I'm going to save some time. So I'm going to uncheck this box to make them reference line, so we can see them. We don't need to model anything. So now if I load this one into a project, so we can place this one by, you can see by 3 click, 1, 2, 3. Okay, so now if I go, maybe I'll just quickly do maybe a couple of floor. So just, ground floor. Okay, and then I'll just copy and paste to level 1. So imagine, we need to create some of this structure to support this floor. So you can just do create similar CS and place, base, go up something like that. Right, so it's very simple and it's quite interesting. I think this is this can be quite interesting to you can model something like this. Okay, so I think that's it, and I'll leave it to you so you can place these onto, instead of model line, become more like this. Okay, and this. So that's it for today. I think that's enough. And maybe next time we can have a look, try this roof maybe. So yeah, if you have any questions, please let me know, and if you have any suggestions, or you can let me know as well. I'll see you next time. And also, just don't forget, if you have questions or suggestions, just go trying to find this one. I think I post this everywhere, so you should be able to find it. Just post it, yeah, somewhere here. Okay, so thank you. I'll see you next time. I think I will upload this project. Sorry, you can have a look. Okay, bye.